So number one is to say, well, you know what, Dr. Razfar, the culture that matters the most for me is being a Muslim. We're Muslims. Being Pakistani, being Egyptian, being, whatever, that just kind of gets in the way. That doesn't matter. What matters is just the fact that we're Muslim. So who cares about the language? The only language that matters is, for example, English. Or that, that's the identity that I, prioritize for myself and for my kids. I wonder, how would you respond to such a person?
I would, if they said that to me, I would have them open the Quran to a chapter called Ibrahim, which is the 14th chapter, verse 4. And it says, "We have not sent a messenger or prophet except in the language of that people." And then I would have them read it maybe 100,000 times.
You'd have
We have
him write
not,
it on the whiteboard?
no, I wouldn't have, I mean, it's very clear. Obviously, God created language. God created languages. And one of the punishments for breaking the covenant with Abraham was the Tower of Babel, which I'm sure you know the story. But it's a punishment that is at its core is actually an opportunity, because in the multiplication of languages, people will have to search for what makes them one, what makes them common, what gives them a common purpose. And so they will look for the true meaning of the language. They'll see how and this is what really linguistics is about, is to look at how languages at a deep structure are fundamentally the same in terms of, function, and they might be different in terms of form, but in terms of function, they're very similar. And there's a lot of universal principles that govern language. And human beings are innately equipped to learn this very advanced language, which is actually, according to the same Quran, one of the signs of God. Right? If you
Mashallah.
read the chapter on the Romans, it says, "And amongst his signs is that we have varied the languages," right? So diversity and linguistic diversity and cultural diversity is a sign of God.
Mashallah.
And it's actually a means to forming those transcendent bonds and spiritual relationships, which actually is at the core of happiness.